All right, here we go. 30-day design your life challenge. Huh? 30-day design your life challenge. Hey, we're deep into this thing at this point. What are we? Day 23. GOAT day, some would say, right? Bron or Jordan, it's up to you. It's cool. Either one. Huh? It's cool. It's cool. Day 23, you made it this far. Congratulations. Right? That means you're taking this stuff seriously. Right? That means you really want to see a change in your life. And that's incredible because that's exactly what you are about to see. All right? Carry this thing out to at least 6 months. Right? Things will be different. Carry it out to a year, 2 years. Things are looking totally different at that point, right? So we want to stick with the information, continue to use it, continue to learn, right? The new stuff is what you need to learn, right? Stuff that's unfamiliar, that's what learning is, and that's okay, all right? Day 23, the more we understand, the less pain we feel, all right? And that is another major one. Continuing to learn, continuing to gain understanding of things so you can avoid some of the negativity. And then when it comes, you won't be surprised by it, right? You won't be shocked. Oh, man, I can't believe. Oh, it happens when you have that understanding of things. You understand that it happens, right? Life is like the seasons, remember? So the winters are coming. So is the spring, the opportunities. You have to seize them and seek them. So is the summer, the time to protect your ideas, protect your crops, right? They are coming to steal and destroy all the good you started, right? And that's okay. It's about us building ourselves, refining ourselves, and being protectors, right? Protectors of our ideas, protectors of our confidence, protectors of our self image, right? I don't know what I just. Protectors of our self image, right? You got to protect how you feel about yourself, essentially, right? That's important. That is important. There's people who feel bad about themselves and they're coming to get you to join the group, right? Come and join me, man. You should feel bad about it. Respectfully decline, right? That's what we're asking that you do, all right? So today we're going to talk about 4 laws, right? Laws can't be broken. All right, we'll talk about the law of use, we'll talk about the law of averages, we'll talk about the law of polarity, and then we'll talk about the law of entropy, right? First, we'll start with the law of use. Simple law. Once again, laws cannot be broken, right? These are what you call universal laws. The law of use just means whatever you use consistently will get stronger. Whatever you don't use will get weaker, right? And it's like the metaphor I've used before of if you tie your arm to your body and don't use it for 30 days, just 30 days, your arm will be severely compromised, right? You won't be able to use it as you've been able to use it for the entirety of your life. If you tie your arm to your body for a year and don't use it, you may lose use of that arm forever, right? The same thing applies with our skills and our habits. The more you lie consistently, the better a liar you become. Right? The more lying, the less confidence you have. Confidence is about being able to confide in yourself, to believe yourself, right? So if you see all the lies that you've told, it's going to be difficult for you to actually have genuine confidence in yourself, right? Because you know who you are, right? Once again, the one person who's seen all the lies you've told, all the bad you've done, all the good you've done is you, right? So we need to reconcile who we are to ourselves, right? Because that's what's most important, right? Mistakes will be made. Forgive yourself. Have some grace with yourself, right? 10 times forgiveness. Look in the mirror. It's the exercise that we suggest people do. Look in the mirror, right? And just say, I forgive you 10 times, right? And see if you can make it to 10 without breaking down. And if you break down, that's good. That's okay. That's what you want. To reconcile, to release, right? To get yourself on proper footing. Regardless how talented skills you are, if you don't believe in yourself, it's not going to happen for you. All right? That's the reality of it. So what we're trying to do is get you to believe in yourself. All right? Law of use. Use your skills. Use your problem solving skills. Right? Use your power statement. Saying that I am confident every day. 6 months from now, that would affect you. Right? Saying that I am assertive. I am intelligent every day What you're doing is programming yourself. Keep in mind, the world is trying to program you as well. That's what they've been doing, right? That's why you are who you are right now, because you've been programmed, right? We all have been programmed to be this way. About 4 years ago, I took over my programming, right? I'm the one programming me now. Since then, hey, it's just, it's been, I don't even want to keep saying it, but it's been incredible. It's been incredible. All right. But yeah, law of use, right? So continue to make yourself stronger and be aware of negative things that you're using consistently and try to break some of those habits, right? If there's no enemy inside, the enemies outside can do us no harm, right? So we want to get good in how we feel about ourselves, right? That's where it starts, right? So law of use, law of polarity, right? Law of polarity meaning your input will equal your output, right? You will reap what you sow. If you want to do better reaping, you need to do better sowing, right? The law of polarity, right? The North Pole, South Pole, right? There is a good and a bad in everything, right? This whole 30 days thing was started with heartbreak, right? I was very sad. I had a bunch of sad energy and didn't know what to do with it. So you got to create something, right? That's what this is born out of. The law of polarity, good things and bad things, hand in hand walking down, right? That's how it goes. I don't know. So that's why I say stay active, because the bad stuff is coming. Who knows why, right? Let's not even waste time trying to find out. Let's accept it. Okay, so we need to get stronger. We need to get better. We need to get wiser. So when these things come, you'll be good. Law of polarity, understanding that there's a good in everything, right? If you're a believer, God is always with us, even with the bad, right? So what is the lesson in the bad? What is the good that comes out of that bad, right? Maybe it's not good for you. It's good for the whole, and maybe not good for you specifically, right? It's just about having the perspective. Everything is happening for you. It's not to you, right? It's not Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. So we have to start looking at it that way. As long as we're here, breath in our lungs, we're here for a reason. And that reason is not to suffer, right? I mean, you know what you've done more than I do. So if you may feel that you need to suffer for it. Hey, forgive yourself. Have some grace with yourself, please. People make mistakes, right? People are misguided. I was misguided for a long time, right? But as long as there's breath in your lungs, there's opportunity to make that shift, all right? Law of use, law of polarity, law of averages. 1 out of every 10 will buy, right? 1 in 10. That's kind of how it goes. So that's why we say try to get to 10 no's. If you're in sales, you want to flip your perspective to where you're looking to engage people and understanding that 1 out of every 10 will say yes. So if I'm talking to 20 people a day, I need to bump that up to 100 or 200, right? If you really want to get to it and get into the lather of this thing, pump your numbers up, right? It won't be so nerve wracking if you're doing so many of them. And then you start to understand, there's really no pattern for this thing. It's just activity. A lot of it is just, educated activity will eventually get you there, right? But that's the law of averages. 1 out of 10 will buy. So if you're having a cold streak, keep that in mind. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. If you go 30 without anybody buying, okay, that means I'm about to get 3, 4 in a row coming up. All right? Laws cannot be broken. All right, they say the streets and the prisons are filled with people who tried to create new laws. There are no new laws, right? These are fundamental laws back from the Bible days. All right? Law of use, law of polarity, law of averages, and then law of entropy. And this is a recent one that I've learned, which is why we say you want to have a framework. You want to have a power statement. You want to have goals. Okay, this is who I am. This is what I'm going for, right? Because the law of entropy states anything left to itself will tends to move toward disorder, right? Anything left to itself tends to move toward disorder. That's crazy to me. Like that's wild. But it makes sense. It makes sense when you don't have a framework to work within, you just kind of wander, to negative things. There's so much more negative than positive that, yeah, chances are excellent that you're going to wander into something negative. That's why it's important for you to decide, for you to have a framework, right? To have boundaries that you operate within, right? Create those boundaries for yourself. And then just operate within the boundaries, right? You can still be spontaneous, right? I prefer to be spontaneous, but I'm old enough to know that you need a plan also. I need to operate within some kind of structure, right? That's why for me it's growth, community, connection. That has to be what governs me, right? I have to be governed by something, right? Freedom, I prefer to be bound to something. I'm a person. I'm a part of a community, right? I'm a part of a bigger community, so I need to be bound to something, right? I mean, God, of course, as well. But in my life, with the plan, I need to have a framework that I'm operating within, right? So for me, it's growth, community, like what am I doing to help people, and then connection. Truly talking to people, truly getting to know who they are, what their goals are, most importantly. Where do you want to go? How can I help you get there? That's important for me, right? So you want to have that framework to operate within. Law of entropy. Anything left to itself tends to move toward disorder. All right, so we want to have something to guide us, something to guide us to a specific destination if we can. I'm stumbling, boy. I may want to relax, huh? I need to get guided, huh? To a speech therapy. So, hey, the law of use, the law of polarity, the law of averages, and the law of entropy, right? Let's keep those things in mind. Continue to learn. Continue to be willing to learn, willing to try, willing to care, and then willing to stay until you get it right. All right. Oh, we 2 minutes over. I apologize. The more you understand, the less pain you feel, right? Understanding can indeed turn a peephole into a window, right? You can see so much more. Oh my God. Once you understand what's going on, hey, it's, it's totally different. Totally different. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Hey, day 23, GOAT Day. 30-day design your life challenge. Go to the website carterhughes.knowledgeinstitute.com, www.carterhughes.knowledgeinstitute.com, and you can get your tools, trackers, things like that. Read information. Get links to Earl Nightingale, Les Brown, my Mount Rushmore type of guys, and continue to explore the most fascinating thing about your life. You. All right. Real spill. I am serious. You are the most fascinating thing about your life, right? Believe in yourself. It's possible. You know it. I know it, right? Believe in my belief in you until your belief catches up, right? You can do it. You can do it. You specifically, all right? Let's have an incredible day.